Welcome back, traders. This is Sandra with Trading Made Simple, and today I wanted to discuss a couple of the TradyTix algo flow data channels. Now, as you know, as we are in Discord right now, the the algo flow channels actually start right here. And you guys already know that my favorite channels really to do my research is under the command for bots. So here is where I actually utilize to get the watch list together. I actually utilize some of this information to compile the list. And so can you, because this is a place where you're actually learning to be self-sufficient. So I know that when you look at the command list, it doesn't look fun. I totally get it. But I want you to know that this is actually the place where you start your research if you wanted to. You could get so much information by utilizing some of these research commands for specific symbols and or to get a general sense. And when I say general sense, all you have to do is come up here and utilize, as an example, top flow. You can see it doesn't have symbol behind it. So top flow will give you the top 10 most bullish and bearish stocks based on option flow. That's important as an option trader. And all you have to do, as an example, that's one. Let me just go down the list of my favorites. The TR Algo Flow Divergence. So this is going to give you the top 10 recent algo flow divergences. We talk about this a lot in our Discord. So that's another one. And here's one in regards to the largest dark pools, the largest block trades, the largest big movers. So, and you're like, well, what do I do with those commands? Well, all you got to do is, as I do, is I just do a cut. And then you'll start to actually memorize these, but I just do a cut as an example. I go into my bot query, and then what I do, let me go all the way down here, and then what I do, and you can see everyone using this, is I just paste it. And once you just paste that, you enter it, and then now you get the information that you requested. So these are the top dark pool trades. Pulled them up right now. HYG, Apple, Qs, HD, Amazon, NVIDIA. So that's how you would utilize that, or those two channels. Now, as you know, you have all these other ones, right? You got TradyFlow. TradyFlow basically, and you can always look right up here and it'll tell you. It says repeated and dominant option signals. And you can see how a lot of them are red here. Here's a green one, which is on silver, 7 orders, calls coming in. 25 is the strike, expiration January of 2024, and almost, not almost, $1.61 million coming in for that. If we look at Google, 5 orders equaling 1.5 million. These are puts, right? It's red for June 17th, and so on. So that's how you would kind of just, recognize those orders. The large sweeps, you can come down here to the most recent and see NVIDIA had some positive green. Expiration 624, the strike is 162, and $284,000 in premiums going out, which, by the way, is not like a huge order for institutions. And you'll get used to that as you look at those data points. So lots of data coming in as far as these folders, and you just have to look right up here to see what these folders represent. Okay, insider trading, the dark pools, right? And then now comes these algo trade alerts. So what are those? Well, those are actually the AI prediction. They have machine learning algorithms, a huge computerized system that spits out alerts. And these alerts, as an example, this is the scalp alert. And for those of you that don't know the strategy of the strat, this is what this is actually referencing. So this is a bullish reversal strat on a 30-minute chart. And it tells you the symbol is now, the ticker. The entry, it's telling you to get in when it's 449.50, a long position. Now, the strat is really a combination of inside bars, outside bars. If you want to, you can Google what the strat strategy is. I've learned it. It's not my style of trading, and so I don't use it very often. But I have to tell you that there's a huge following of a strat traders that really enjoy utilizing these types of candle patterns, basically, to trade. And so because there's such a large population of people that utilize that, the Trading Ticks team programmed basically a bot to identify when those candle patterns occur. And they occurred on a 30-minute chart, a 1-day chart. As an example, we could go in here, probably find an hour chart. Those are very popular. So what I would do then is, like with any alert system, whether it be human or AI driven, is you want to go to the chart and you want to evaluate when that came out. Now I'm Pacific Standard Time, just be aware. And then look at the 30-minute chart, because that's what the algo is identifying as a 30-minute position there. And then look for your entry. Now, you know, here at Trading Made Simple, I'm a big proponent of the CCI. So between you and me, you know, I'd be looking at the 30-minute CCI and the 15-minute CCI, kind of getting a sense of where that trade is going to be. Now, you can see that it gives you a target of $450.79 and a stop loss, right, and your potential profit. And so it's very important to know that if the target is at 450.79, I would recommend getting out earlier, because remember that these types of algos, bots, you know, there's so many companies out there that are producing these. If I were you, I would want to be getting out around, you know, $450 and let's say 50 cents as an example. I'd want to be getting out just a little bit and or utilizing some other confirmation. So if you're using the CCI, then when it gets to the entry point as 449.50, maybe I would start utilizing my CCI to see, well, you know, is that a really good entry for me? As well as your exit. You know, that might help you utilize these alerts much better so that your performance is better. So that is the scalp alert based on strat candlesticks, the strategy. Now the breakout's pretty simple because we often utilize, right, horizontal and vertical trend lines to identify breakouts and or breakdowns. And you can see that the red is, you know, like in all of these situations, the red cards are representing breakdowns and the green ones are breaking up. And you can see they kind of give you a visual representation of the chart and let you know where that resistance level was that it broke out of, right? So what would what would Sandy do? Well, Sandy would look at this and then look at, of course, my CCI to see where in relation are we, and is that a good entry point? Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the CCI, I have made a video, and it's in the Start Strategy area. So you need to go there and look at the CCI video, and then I think you'll get a clear representation of how we're utilizing indicators as well as tools and education and training to get better at our entries and exits so that we can exit with profit. Because isn't that what we all want to do, is exit with profit, become confident in your skills of doing so, and then you can move on to larger time frames. So with this, you can see, speaking of time frames, They are saying that this is a breakdown on an hourly chart. This is a break up on an hourly chart. Now, I got to tell you, an hourly chart represents a strong move. It represents a map of further movement. So just remember, the larger the time frame. So I'll give you an example. A 5 minute is you're at a stop sign looking both ways before you proceed forward. And a 15-minute chart is a map of maybe 5 blocks ahead or behind you. And an hourly chart is really looking at the potential of maybe a half a day to 2 days. So ahead of you, right? So now, we were at a stop sign looking both ways at 5 minutes. We took a 15-minute, and now we're saying that that's 5 blocks behind behind us or in front of us. And now an hourly chart represents, maybe a day and a half, or excuse me, a half a day to a day and a half, 2 day drive, right? Miles ahead of us. So that's how you would utilize these different time frames as a map. So the shorter the time frame, the more relevant it is right now. But the longer time frames represent what's going to happen soon into the future. Okay, so that's how you would utilize those different hourly charts. And not all of them, I don't think all of them are hourly here on the breakdown, even though as I'm going through here, boy, these all do look like, oh, here's a daily, thank you. Oh, here's a weekly. Okay, so so you have different time frames that the computers are identifying. Basically, chart analysis, breakout and breakdown levels, utilizing horizontal support and resistance. Okay, so nice to identify. But remember, if you're not trading these symbols on a regular basis, you definitely want to see what the spread is and stick to the narrow spreads, because that means there's a lot of volume in there. You can get in and get out quick. All right. And then we have the AI-driven Bullseye bots. Now, these Bullseye bots are really identifying, by machine learning again, order flow, chart analysis, how long we've been going in a trend, and the likelihood of a reversal. So here you could see CVX, call, AI confidence 66%, expiration 617. The volume is high, represented by a little boom signal here. And in this one, and you can see it even says, they think it's going to happen between 1 or 2 days. And what do I tell you? I tell you to look at your chart, utilize your CCI, and then utilize the hourly chart and see where that is at the time. Because, these AI predictions, when an institution goes in with a bot, they can handle a 30 to 50% drawdown on their option plays. And you and I may not be able to do that. So you need to really respect your risk rules, look at the chart, and then see when a good entry is for that, especially when the AI bots have identified that this may be a play here within the next 1 or 2 days. So as we look at that, then maybe utilize some other types of indicators on your chart, ones that you like, that you can identify with, to create an entry and or a short position in some of these signals that you may be more comfortable, as an example, utilizing to play, to trade. So we have a lot here. We have BA, we got the Qs, we got Apple, Citibank, PayPal, AMD. We got a lot of great tickers that we could utilize to make trades with. And so this is great to utilize for a watch list for yourself and to be alerted from the AI prediction tools that, hey, this could be breaking out or breaking down based on the criteria that the machine learning tools are using. Now you know that there's a lot of tools here that are available to you, and these tools are created by Tradietics. And I like these tools. I was using these tools before I even started my Discord, and that was because they were so easy to read to me. Very simple. You can turn off the alerts when you wanted to. Easy dashboard, right? This is very simple to identify versus a lot of other different uh, companies out there providing similar tools. And if you've researched those tools, if you've tried those tools like I have, then you know what I'm talking about. So if you wanted just to utilize Tradietics themselves, you could go to their website, $50 a month, and you could get the same information, same Discord, and hopefully we're offering so much more value because you know that um, not only do we provide live training and training and education, but also we are providing people here that are trading as well and creating swing trades as well as income trades. We are taking the uh, volume of the algo flows and all the tickers and creating a watch list for your intraday trades as well. So if you have any further questions regarding the Tradietics and algorithms and the alerts that are created by uh, these algos, let me know. I'm always here to help you. We'll see you on the next video.